The Washington Commanders need to fire Ron Rivera. Not now, like right now.
How I feel? Left. What I want?
Get back slow. I love the way she rock it. I love the way she move it, shake it on me. When she cry for him, the shawty is the winner. You can tell that shawty's no beginner. She's confident. I love the way she move it.
YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here. We have the Washington Commanders video, and in today's video, I'm coming on here with the video where we're going to be talking about the Washington Commanders needing to fire Ron Rivera like right now. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload new videos like this to the channel. We're on the road to 7,000 subscribers, so please hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. Thank you so much. Let's get straight into today's video. So the Washington Commanders currently sit at 4-6 on the season, and for a lot of fans out there, that is the end of the road for Ron Rivera. We've been done with Ron Rivera since that Chicago Bears loss. I mean, I could take it a step further and say some fans wanted him gone after last year. I was all for giving Ron Rivera one more chance this season, and quite frankly, I expected this season to be way better than what it was going to be or what it has turned into. I expected Ron Rivera to be on his P's and Q's, knowing that since we had new ownership, this could have been his last ride. But quite frankly, this, in my opinion, has been the worst year of Ron Rivera from a coaching standpoint, and that includes the 2020 year when he was dealing with cancer. Ron Rivera has just been clueless on the sideline. He has been so out of it, so just beyond, like, football has passed him, and he's a good man. So the day that Ron Rivera is fired, which isn't going to be too far from now, I'm going to stand up here and I'm going to give Ron Rivera his respect. I'm not going to bash him. I'm not going to say he was a trash head coach, because quite frankly, you got to give Ron Rivera his credit for what he did do here in Washington, because he took a 2019 team that was completely trash and turned it into something, at least something that was respectable. He didn't know what he was directly getting himself into when it came to Dan Snyder, but he took all of the shots, okay? Everything that was lobbied about Dan Snyder that he had nothing to do with Ron Rivera, who was out there taking the shots and having to answer those questions. Ron Rivera, as a coach, wasn't the best on-field player, but as a guy off the field, a leader of men, he was really good, okay? Ron Rivera's tenure here in Washington, for me, was disappointing, because you heard that Ron Rivera, lack of building a roster, coming here to Washington, allowing players to get old in Carolina was a big thing that he didn't want to do here, and he didn't, and he hasn't done that here. But the lack of building a roster for Ron Rivera has me flabbergasted, okay? The fact that him and his defensive coordinator are former linebackers in the NFL, and we still just negated the linebacker position, is beyond me. The fact that we've been able to just sit here and draft these mediocre players in the first round is beyond me. Again, Jamin Davis, be for real. Was he a first round pick? No, he should have been a pick in the 3rd round. Was Emmanuel Forbes a first round pick? Appreciate that sub. I didn't know I got a sub live. We just got a sub live, and I'm going to keep it a buck with you. That rarely happens, so I'm not even going to cut that out. But Ron Rivera, his lack of building a roster here is bad. Again, the draft picks. You don't draft Jamin Davis in the 1st round. You don't draft Emmanuel Forbes when there's a clear, better cornerback on the board ahead of him. Ron Rivera has totally neglected this offensive line. I mean, we've put out makeshifts and mediocre offensive lines like it wasn't nothing. Like, we failed to address the left tackle position for years, knowing that's the most important position on the offensive line. We failed to get a quality quarterback until now, and that was in the 5th round. So Ron Rivera has done some bad things here, man, and some things that's just super disappointing, and it's just like you see teams like D'Amico Ryans, okay, taking over the Houston Texans and have them Houston Texans in the playoffs his first year, man. And Ron Rivera is in year 4, man, and he doesn't get it, man. Like, he talks about year in and year out of constantly developing this team. It's like, how many years are you going to need to develop a team, man? We should be at the point where we're not only competing for playoff spots, but we're competing for championships, man. That's why I'm just like, he needs to go now. And the reason I say that, and I know I may sound a little delusional, I may sound fanboyish when I say this, but I don't think this team's going to go to the playoffs, but I don't want to pack it on a season. And I look at Antonio Pierce, the interim head coach for the Oakland Raiders, or Las Vegas Raiders. Jesus, I just called him Oakland. I look at them and look at the energy that rejuvenated that team. And I'm not saying Ron Rivera is nearly as much as a cancer, or in fact even a cancer compared to Josh McDaniels, because Ron Rivera is not. But it's just the energy that shifted in Las Vegas once their head coach was fired, and now they're on a 2-game win streak. I personally think if Washington fires Ron Rivera right now, some energy boost is going to come over this team. You motivate Eric Bieniemy to interim head coach, and right now you're 4-6 and you're on the outside looking into the playoffs. And again, I don't expect this team to make the playoffs at all, but you still are not out of it. You're like at the 9th seed right now, and granted, I keep saying week in and week out that Josh Dobbs is going to mess up at some point, but quite frankly, I still believe that, man. I know he's been good for the Vikings, but I just feel like at some point he's gonna mess up, and they're gonna go on a couple skids, really. But I just think if they want to give their team a chance, okay, and the best thing to do right now is to fire Ron Rivera. Now, if you don't fire Ron Rivera and you want to hold it out, then you want to continue on this season and just basically pack this season up, go ahead and keep Ron Rivera for the remainder of his last couple games, because no matter what happens, he's gonna be fired after the year. But I think if you want to give your team a boost, a morale, a shot in the arm, then you fire Ron Rivera and you hire Eric Bieniemy as the interim head coach, and I almost guarantee that the energy boost is gonna be amazing. Eric Bieniemy is going to bring that energy that we need from our head coach, and I'm pretty sure the team is going to like that. Again, I'm thankful for the little things that Ron Rivera has done, but he just couldn't get it done, and he lacks the mental capacity at this point in day and age of the NFL to adjust. And when you can't adjust as an older coach, there's no need for you to be left in the NFL at this point. Okay? Again, Ron, thank you for what you've done, but I think it's time to pack it up now, and I don't want to wait to January, because I know I'm being a delusional fan when I say this, but deep down inside, I don't want to pack this up, because Sam Howell is having too good of a season for us to be in the predicament that we're in. I know this defense is painful to watch. I would rather go to the playoffs and get blown out than pack up on a season right now, and we only win for a couple more games. Like, I understand y'all like, Juan, his defense is trash, we're not gonna go nowhere, but who wouldn't want to see Sam Howell make his playoff debut in the same year that he's getting the first crack at starting the full season? Like, come on, I don't care if we're the 7th seed, the 6th seed, whatever. I don't care if we even get blown out in the first round, but the simple fact that Sam Howell has made his playoff debut and we get an opportunity to see him make the playoffs in his first year starting is something that I want to see happen. And I don't, unfortunately, think it's going to happen, because everything around him is not good. Him himself, he's ready. Like, that's the thing about it. We've been saying so long, like, we're missing this quarterback, but now that we have the quarterback, we're still in the same predicament. Like, it just, something has to give, and the same common factor from when we didn't have a quarterback and we were losing to now that we have a quarterback and we're losing is the head coach and the defensive coordinator. Those are the same common factors, so they are clearly the problem that's been the problem this whole time. So we need to find a way to get rid of them now if you want to try to make a season out of this thing, because you're going to beat the Giants, okay? Obviously, you're going to beat the Giants. And if you don't beat the Giants, then, I mean, you deserve to be fired after that game. But you're going to beat the Giants. How cool would it be? And this isn't going to happen, y'all. Like, this is just me. Again, like I said, I know I'm being delusional. But how cool would it be if we fired Ron Rivera, like, tomorrow or something? Got the victory over the Giants. Nobody's giving us a shot versus the Cowboys. I'm not giving us a shot versus the Cowboys. But then we go on Thanksgiving and we upset them. And then we get back to 6-6. And before you know it, Washington is back in the playoff hunt. Like, those are things that is very capable with Ron Rivera, but I just don't see it. I don't see it at all. I don't see Washington going on the road to beat Dallas. I don't see Washington beating the Dolphins with Ron Rivera as head coach. I don't see them beating the 49ers. Shoot, if Aaron Rodgers is back by that time, I don't see us beating the Jets with Ron Rivera. I just don't. We just lack energy when it comes to him, man. And it's sad because Ron Rivera was this well-respected head coach. And a lot of people wanted to just blame his success on Cam Newton. And I was always trying to be like, no, Ron is a good head coach. He gets it. But just over the years, countless press conferences where he just doesn't get it, and he just overtalks himself and then try to come back and clean it up, and then just doesn't know what to say, doesn't even know that his team could be eliminated. Pull Carson Wentz, or pull Taylor Heineke after one bad game in favor of Carson Wentz, and just the countless draft mistakes. I mean, this past draft class has been horrid, you know what I'm saying, with Emmanuel Forbes and Quan Martin, although they're getting better playing time now and stuff like that, but Ricky Stromberg and so many other picks in that draft class, they're getting playing time now because they have no choice, like Andre Jones and KJ Henry. But for the most part, if Chase Young and Montez Sweat was still here, they wouldn't be seeing the field. Like, this is you don't draft players like that if you have no plans on playing them until like the later rounds, not your first couple, not your picks where you need to hit on, right? And then, like, it's just so many mistakes that he did wrong. And again, I'm not trying to bash Rivera, but it just is what it is, and it's time to move on. And I think if I'm Josh Hurst and company, I'm going to move on now. I'm not going to wait till the end of the season because I still think we can make a season out of this. I think we can beat the Giants. I don't think we can beat the Cowboys because we can't stop nobody. But, maybe if you make this coaching change, that can give Washington some type of fire that they've been missing. But right now, after that Geno Smith Seattle Seahawks loss, I'm going to be truthful with y'all. I think we'll finish 7-10. I think we'll beat the Giants. I think we'll lose to the Cowboys. I think we'll lose to the Dolphins. I think we beat the Rams. And I think we probably beat the Jets. And if Aaron Rodgers is back again, I don't know if that's necessarily a win or not. But I think we'll beat the Jets. I think we lose to the 49ers. And I think we probably beat the Cowboys because they're going to have nothing to play for at that point. So we'll probably be 8-9, 7-10 with Ron Rivera yet again. But if you fire him, right, you fire him, make EB interim head coach, that can give a shot in the arm. That's what I'm saying, Josh. You see, the Bills, they already moved on from their OC. And I know that's not their head coach, but they moved on from their OC, Ken Dorsey, after they struggling. That's going to definitely give them a boost. And I think the Bills may be back on track, right? Then, like I said, you already seen what the Raiders are going through. That's a 2-game win streak right there with Antonio Pierce. And all they had to do was get rid of their head coach. And again, like I said, I know Josh McDaniels is cancer, and Ron Rivera is not necessarily that, but he's not good. So you might as well just do it now while you still have some sort of breath left in this season. Because if you don't, you're going to beat the Giants, but then you're going to lose the Cowboys, and then at that point, right now, in my opinion, the season's done. But there is some glimmer of hope. But if you go to 5-7, you're done. You're cooked. So I think to give your team an opportunity and give your team some new energy, it would be smart for the Harris regime to fire Ron Rivera right now and then promote EB to interim head coach. What do y'all say? Leave it down below in the comment section. I highly doubt this happens. I'm not expecting it to happen. This is just me wishfully thinking and me being a delusional Commanders fan. I think they should do it, but I don't think it's gonna happen. But again, let me know what y'all think down below in the comment section. As always, me and boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe. Hail to the Washington Commanders. We're on the road to 7,000 subscribers. Please hit that subscribe button again if you haven't already. Thank you so much. Please do me a favor. I'm trying to get to 500 followers on Instagram and like 300 followers on Twitter. So follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Also, follow my kick. I made a kick. It's Juan Gotti Talking Sports. I'm going to be trying to figure out a way to stream the games on Kick instead of YouTube, because my YouTube views on the play-by-plays do not hit anymore. And again, that's totally fine. You know that nobody watches my live streams no more, but I'm gonna just try to find new ways to stream on other platforms to maybe drive up the boost and drive up the ratings. So help me and follow me on Juan Gotti Talking Sports on Kick, and follow me on social media, everything Juan Gotti Talking Sports, and subscribe. Y'all have a blessed one. See y'all later. I'm out. Peace.